Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the Anime King, and today I'm going to be giving you part 7 of What If Naruto Was Neglected by Everyone. Remember to get this one to 100 like as usual, share this to all of your friends on your social media platform, and also stay in tune because I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Kaguya Was Naruto's mother later on. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto returned different after his training trip earlier, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy. And I also post a new episode over on Anime King 2 of What If Naruto Was a Vampire. So go ahead and check out that and enjoy as well guys. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you're hearing my voice and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, remember to click that red subscribe button and join both channels and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support guys, and yeah. And also stay in tune for What If Izuna Uchiha Was Naruto's ancestor over on Anime King 2. And thank you all for your help and your support guys, and without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So to do a bit of a recap from the last part we left off, they ended the wave mission with Naruto speaking to Obito, as Obito came and find him after Naruto told Black Zetsu to tell him everything. As Black Zetsu told Obito that his white half has been working with a boy that was trained by Madara, and he knows everything about him. So Obito arrived as he wanted to kill this boy, but after Naruto introduced himself and told him that he possessed a Nine Tails, and he's willing to give it to him for his cause, he just wanted to be in the flow. And Naruto also showed him that he possessed the Sharingan as Madara implanted them in his eyes. Obito asked him if he can use the Mokidan ability, but Naruto said no, which was a clear lie, as he didn't know how to reveal too much to Obito yet. As Obito then told him he would be in contact as he vanished. And with that, the wave mission was over as the group came back to Konoha, as Minato congratulated them on their well done mission, as he told them the Chunin exams are coming up and he will teach Naruto, as he wanted to show him one of his prized techniques. As Naruto accepted, as Naruto along with his two sisters and Kushina was going home, as 5 drunk men saw them on the road, and remember that was a demon brat even though he changed his hair to black. As Kushina and the others quickly jumped in at Naruto's aid, as they will never let him be treated like this anymore. But Naruto told them he had this, as he grabbed the man's wrist and lifted him off the ground and threw him into a building, as the others ran off. We then had a time skip, as it was time for the Chunin exams, as Naruto arrived as Kushina was there, as Kushina wished them all luck, and with that they headed inside. On their way inside, Naruto came across the Jinchuriki of Kumo and the Jinchuriki of the Sand Village, as Karu had a problem with him, seeing that the both of them accidentally bumped into each other. But Naruto whispered something in her ears that made her scared as she backed down, as he started to walk away, as Amoy asked her what he said, but she didn't want to tell. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch across the place and check it out for yourself, so let's start this new episode. We currently have Naruto and his two sisters walking to room 302, as they enter the room. The moment they enter, a lot of killing intent was sent their way by the other competitors, but they all ignored that, as it wasn't that much to put them down or anything, as they saw the rest of the Konoha rookies as they went over there, as Mito and Narumi smiled as they greeted Team 7. The moment Naruto entered, Sasuke started to glare at him as he looked down his hand that Naruto broke, but it was now fully healed and at 100% again. But he remembered in the forest, as a big blow to his pride was taken from him there. Another genin of Konoha was easily able to subdue him like that. Sasuke clenched his fists, but then he heard a fangirl scream as Ino jumped on his back. "Hello Sasuke," she said, "it's been a long time," as she was holding onto him. "Get off of him, Ino," said Sakura, as Ino stuck out her tongue. So you guys made it as well, said a voice as everyone turned to see Kiba. Kiba, said Narumi. So you guys are going to be taking the exam as well. What did you expect, said Kiba. It's not like the rest of these ninjas in here are on my level. Huh, do you really think you're that strong, asked Mito. Yes, the strongest there can be. You're gonna see, I'm going to wipe the floor with everyone here. Hello, Menma, said Hinata, as she was blushing furiously. Oh, hi Hinata, Menma said, as her face turned red. Menma chuckled upon seeing that, as Ino then whispers something into Narumi's ear. Hey Narumi, things have changed between you and your brother, right? What do you mean, Narumi asks. Well, first time you guys weren't really talking that much. Oh yeah, said Narumi. Well, don't worry, things have changed. He's once again a part of the family. Come to think of it, none of you, except Menma, and me and Mito talk to him. Yeah, that's right, said Ino, but we never used to talk to him back then. But I realize things have changed. So, is he a nice guy? Asks Ino. Hey Ino, you sound like you like my brother, said Narumi. No, it's not that. I just want to get to know him, because he seems so alone so much time, and I wanted to talk to him back in the academy, but my parents told me not to. Oh, I understand, said Narumi. Well, Naruto is nice. He just went through a lot, but now he's part of the family, and you can go talk to him and see for yourself if you want to become his friend. Well, no, he looks scary. Huh. Narumi chuckled. Well, he looked that on the outside, but trust me, on the inside, he's not that bad. Meanwhile, Naruto was looking around the room. Weaklings. All weaklings, he said, as he was sorting through everyone, realizing that none of them are exactly on his level. As his eyes got on Yujito and then Gaara. They're strong, but they still won't be enough to match me, he thought to himself. Especially with this beast inside of me. That two-tail and that one-tails are nothing. Hey, so what do you think of the competition? Menma asks, as he appeared beside Naruto. What do you think? Naruto asks. Yeah, I can see it. All of them look really weak. Well, it's probably because we trained for 3 years intensely. Yeah, you're probably right, said Naruto. Well, just be prepared. Prepared for what? Menma asks. Remember that I told you that the masked man thinks that I'm on his side? Yeah, Menma said. Well, he came to me, and he told me that Orochimaru is planning something with the Uchiha of Konoha, as he told me to just watch myself in these upcoming Chunin exams. So are you guys friends now? Asks Menma. Nah, it's not that. He's just keeping a close eye on me, seeing that I know who he is under that mask. And he doesn't want me to tell anyone, seeing that that could mess with his plan a bit. Him introducing himself as Madara Uchiha, when he's just Obito Uchiha, Naruto said. Well, I guess you're probably right. Kiba and the others then started to talk rather loudly. You guys should keep it quiet. You are rookies after all. And who the hell are you? Sasuke said, as he looked at the man in front of him. Oh, sorry about that. My name is Kabuto, and I'm just giving you valuable information. See, look for yourself. As they realized everyone was looking at them. As Naruto and Menma walked back over to the group. Well, seems that you guys are rookies. I will give you something to help you. And what's that? Sasuke asked. Well, I have information on almost everyone here. I have taken these Chunin exams several times now. What? Said Sakura. Is that hard? Yeah, I'm afraid it is, he said with a smirk. So what are you going to give us? Asked Kiba. Well, information on the opponents that you will have to face in the upcoming future. What do you mean? Sasuke asked, as he then took out a card pack. I have information on everyone I told you, so just give me their names, and I can find them and tell you guys what their specialty is. Alright, Sasuke said. So who do you want to know about? Asked Kabuto. Sasuke looked Naruto directly in the eyes. Naruto, he said as he looked at Naruto. You want to know about someone from Konoha? I thought you would have wanted to know about someone from other villages, like probably Kumo or the Stoner or something like that. I don't care about those other villages. They're a bunch of weaklings after all, said Sasuke. As the Stone Ninjas caught their ears to hear what was going on, as they heard their village being called. He's right, you know, said Naruto, speaking for the first time to them. The Stone Ninjas are weaklings after all. So it doesn't matter if we hear about them. It's not like they're going to do anything in this Chunin exams. Naruto then pulled out a kunai as he blocked 3 shurikens coming at him. He wasn't even looking in the direction. As Kabuto narrowed his eyes at Naruto. How did he know? Kabuto wondered. As Naruto turned his head to the left, as he saw the sound group step forward, as a guy with the bandages all over him, well, mostly his face, and a gauntlet on his arm. What did you just say about the sound? He asked. You heard me correctly, said Naruto. Your village is not going to do anything important in these student exams, because all of you, you're quite weak and worthless, Naruto said. As the Konoharukis were surprised by Naruto's behavior and him just talking out like this. Naruto, what are you doing? Said Mito. As Naruto didn't look back. So, what do you have to say about it? Said Naruto. As those who stepped forward, I'm gonna show you weak, he said. But suddenly, there was a poof, as smoke enveloped the entire room. Alright maggots, it's time for the first phase of student exams. As those who looked at Naruto. See you soon, he said as he walked off. Time skip, the first phase of the exam was over, as the entire group that passed was now in front of the forest of death. Alright, quiet down, said Uncle. It's time that I explain. In here, you have 5 days to get to the tower in the center, but you have to have these 2 scrolls, she said. Each team will be getting a scroll. You will get it in private so no other team will go after you on purpose. And you have to sign these waivers, she said. What are those? One of the Genins asked. Oh, they're just saying that if you die here, Konoha won't be responsible. What? So we can really die here? Some of the ninjas asked as they gulp. So, if you want to quit right now, you can go ahead, said Uncle. But no one gave up. Alright, your funeral, she said. Alright, let's begin. 10 minutes later, every group was in front of their stations, as the gates slowly started to open up. Alright, go, she said, as everyone rushed into the forest. Naruto and his group got a earth scroll. 5 minutes later, they were deep in the forest. So, what do we do? Asked Narumi. Do we set a trap and wait them out? No, that's gonna take too long, said Mito. And what if the group that we catch doesn't have the scroll? We're going to go after them head on, said Naruto. Naruto, I like your confidence, said Mito. But we don't know their skills or anything. We can't just attack them like that. All of the groups here are weak. And besides, weren't you the ones who were talking about that your father, Minato Namikaze, and your mother, Kushina Uzumaki, trained you? So you should be the strongest, right? Naruto said. The both of them narrowed their eyes at the way he spoke those words. He didn't say their family. He said them, like he wasn't a part of it. But they suppose he was just talking in the past tense when they had said that. Yeah, we know that Dad is strong, said Mito. But there's a lot of ninjas here that we don't know their abilities or anything about them. So the best thing to do is just to wait it out and... No, Naruto said. We're going to do this quickly, he said. If you don't want to get left behind, follow me. As he jumped off. As Mito looked at Narumi. I guess we should follow him, said Mito. Alright, said Narumi, as the both of them jumped off. A minute later, Naruto landed, as a rain team was in front of him. They were wearing black suits all over their body, as he had on some strange things that breathe in water, but they were on land, over their face. Hey, hand over your scroll, the one in the center said as he stepped forward, and we might let you pass. If you don't, things can turn out real bad for you guys. As Narumi smirked, these guys look like idiots, she said. What did you just say? The leader asked. You heard me, said Narumi. Hey Mito, what do you say we take care of... But she couldn't get to finish that sentence, as she realized Naruto wasn't in the center anymore. Where was he? She then looked back at Mito to see Mito's eyes wide, as she looked in front of her to see all of the ninjas on the ground, and Naruto standing over them with a scroll in his hand. He threw the scroll towards Mito as she caught it. As she looked back where he was, How did you do that? She asked. He was just there a second ago. She just heard things connecting like they were getting hit, and then they were on the ground. He did so swift and fast. Yeah, how did you do that? Narumi asked. We got the scroll, didn't we? Said Naruto. Now we have 5 days to get to the tower, and that's gonna be pretty easy, he said. but he suddenly stopped in mid-sentence. "What's wrong?" he asked, as he narrowed his eyes. "Nothing," he said. "So, are you guys ready to go?" "Well, yeah, sure. If we go now, we're probably gonna be the first ones there, since we got our scrolls so early." As Naruto started to walk off. "Hey, where are you going?" asked Narumi. "I'm gonna go to the bathroom." "Oh, okay," she said, as the two of them waited. Meanwhile, Naruto was a distance away from them, as he went through hand sign. "Wood style, wood clone," he said, as a wood clone grew from the ground. "You know what to do," said Naruto. The clone nodded as he jumped away. The clone then appeared with the group. "Alright, ready to go?" he asked. "Oh yeah, sure," said Mito, as the three of them started to jump away on tree branch to tree branch, as the real Naruto watched them jump away. As he narrowed his eyes to the left, a minute ago he felt a power source. It is being heavily suppressed. The person doesn't want anyone to know that it's out here. But, from what he could tell, that person was strong even though they were suppressing their power. And he could also sense Team 7 near them, as Naruto dashed off with incredible speed. Once he was a distance away from that place, a giant snake was sent flying towards him, as Naruto jumped out of the path. A huge lightning bolt rained down on the snake, electrocuting it as it exploded into smoke. Menma then landed. "Disgusting worm," he said, as he was covered in saliva. "Hey Menma, what happened?" "Naruto? What are you doing here?" asked Menma. "Well, we got our scroll already. I sent the group back with a wood clone. But remember what I told you about the snake could be in here? Well, if that wasn't an example of him, I don't know what is. I don't believe that was an ordinary snake that grew in the forest, like these large creatures. Seeing that it poofed away in smoke, it's a summon." "Where is Sakura and Sasuke?" Naruto asked. "They're a distance ahead of us. I went to take a leak, and then this giant snake just came and swallowed me. And as you can see, that's the aftermath. I think the snake is going after your group," said Naruto, as the two of them then headed off. Meanwhile, Sasuke was on the ground as Orochimaru's fangs were in his neck. As Orochimaru retracted his head, Sasuke screamed out in pain as he collapsed on the ground. "What did you do to him?" Sakura screamed, as she was clutching a kunai in her arm, but she was also shaking. "Oh, don't worry," said Orochimaru. "I just gave precious Sasuke a little present. When he wake up, he will be happy. And he'll be glad that I gave him my present, so don't worry, okay?" As Sakura clenched the kunai more tight, as Orochimaru chuckled. "Now come on, little girl. What the hell do you think you're going to really do with that? Do you really think you can take me on?" he said, as he sent some bloodlust towards her. Sakura quickly released the kunai. She then saw someone landing in front of Sasuke. "Huh, so the Uchiha is down," said Menma. "Menma," she said, as Naruto then landed right in front of Sakura. She narrowed her eyes until he turned his face, as she stepped back a bit. Naruto." "Take the Uchiha and get out of here," Naruto said. "But I can't do that. This guy, he's Orochimaru. He's too strong, you guys can't beat him," she said. Naruto turned fully to her, as he walked up to her. He then narrowed his eyes. She didn't know why, but she felt scared. Her whole body felt tense, like he was about to do something. "What's wrong?" she asked. Suddenly she felt incredible pain, as it was too much as she passed out, as Naruto's fist was in her stomach. As he tossed her to the ground like a rag doll. He then summoned two clones. "Take them and get out of here." As the clones picked up Sakura and Sasuke. Interesting. Attacking your own comrade for their safety. Comrade? That's a really stretch word, said Naruto. "So, Orochimaru, what exactly do you want here? Was it the Uchiha that you came after? Or does it have to do something with Konoha? Because if it does, I can't allow you to do anything until I finish my part first." "Your part," said Orochimaru. "What exactly are you talking about, boy?" Naruto then looked at Menma. As Menma smirked. "Hey, Snake, you love to pick on little kids, right? Just because the Uchiha and the Haruna is weak, you defeated them so quickly." As Orochimaru smirked. "Well, if you two think you can take me on, think that you're even near my level, you're welcome to try. Or Are the both of you so stupid you don't even know who I am? Yeah, you're Orochimaru, that snake pedophile. A tick mark came on Orochimaru's forehead. What did you just say, boy? You heard me, said Menma. Huh, he's right, you know, said Naruto. You went after the Uchiha. A little boy. What do you want with him exactly? Sinking your fangs into his neck. Like you're giving him a hickey. As Orochimaru clenched his fist. As he then calmed himself. How stupid of me, getting riled up by you kids. Like you can actually do anything. Well, you should know. We're not ordinary kids, said Menma, as he vanished in a blur. Orochimaru was surprised at the display of speed, as Orochimaru had to jump away off the branch, as Menma smashed into it, his entire body coated in fire. As Orochimaru noticed his eyes and the fire blazed around him. The Reme clan? He said. I thought that your clan did not achieve this glorious power again. I thought that he was extinct. Well, you're wrong. It seems like after generations, I was able to gain this power of my clan. But seeing that most of them are wiped out right now, most people don't even know of my existence. But I guess I could show you a thing or two, said Menma. As Orochimaru smirked, confident are we? As Orochimaru then narrowed his eyes, where did the other one go? As he looked around. Looking for me, said a voice. Orochimaru's eyes went wide. This can't be. This can't be, he said to himself. How could this be even possible? They are just Genins. How was he able to get behind him without him sensing any of his presence or making any noise? Orochimaru smirked. You two are really interesting, he said. As he then manipulated the wind around him and blast a compressed air of wind as Naruto jumped off the tree branch and landed on his feet. As Naruto nodded to Menma, as both of them took off at top speed, Orochimaru quickly brought up his defenses. As Orochimaru watched as Naruto grabbed Menma by the shoulder and threw him up in the air, Menma's body then cackled with lightning as he came down like a lightning bolt. Orochimaru had to jump off the tree branch as Menma tear right through the tree, destroying it. The moment Orochimaru landed, the wind was knocked out of him as a solid, well-placed kick planted into his stomach as his eyes went wide, as he was sent flying back. But before he could hit anything, a kick stomped right into the back of his head, burying his face into the ground. As Orochimaru felt the unbelievable heat as Menma's feet was covered in flames. Orochimaru slammed his palms on the ground as the ground beneath him was opened up, as another Orochimaru crawled out of his mouth, as Menma crushed down even harder, stomping down on Orochimaru's head. As Orochimaru broke from the ground a distance away. It seems I underestimate the both of you, and you caught me off guard. Well, no more play. But he couldn't get to finish that sentence. Amaterasu, he heard. As Orochimaru's eyes went wide, as he saw the lower half of his body covered in black flames. But this is impossible, he said, as he looked over to see. How is this possible, he said, as he saw the black-haired kid with Mangekyo Sharingans? He could tell from the design. Those are not ordinary Sharingans. But how was this even possible? He knew of this kid. He was the member of the Namikaze family. Even with his changes, Kabuto has bring him information on him. And all of them. He went through a change, dyed his hair black, and he started to act different. But that wasn't really important. But these eyes. His mother is Kushina Uzumaki, his father is the 4th Hokage. He has most of the nine-tailed beast inside of him. And that one over there is his cousin. But how is this possible? No one in their family is a Uchiha. So how? Orochimaru quickly wide opened his mouth again as another Orochimaru slid out. Disgusting, said Naruto, as his eyes returned back to normal. Answer me a question before we continue our battle. How do you possess those remarkable eyes? As Naruto chuckled to himself. And why would I tell you that? It seems we're going to have to do this the hard way, said Orochimaru. It seems so, said a voice, as Orochimaru jumped up in the air as a bolt of lightning teared through the ground where he was. As Orochimaru saw Naruto coming after him, he quickly went through hand sign, wind style. Compressed blast, he said, as he released a compressed wind blast, hitting right into Naruto, sending him flying down to the ground. as Naruto hit the ground a boom, creating dust and smoke everywhere, fire style. Phoenix Flower Jutsu, as Naruto rained small fireballs out of the smoke cloud, as Orochimaru sweep and dodged through all of them. As he was now in mid-air, he then noticed something. Naruto was running, as he got a safe distance away, as Orochimaru noticed Menma, as his entire body was glowing with fire. It was resonating off of him, as Menma then smirked. "Erupt chasm!" Menma shouted, as a wave of flames burst from his body as it enveloped the entire area around them, incinerating trees and everything. When the smoke and dust and everything finally cleared out, Menma looked around, but Orochimaru was not there, and he doubted that Orochimaru was dead, and he was right, as Orochimaru came out of the tree behind him, with a sword in his hand trying to drive it right through Menma's back. As Orochimaru pierced it right through Menma, as Orochimaru twisted the blade and pulled back his sword, as Menma's body dropped to the ground a thud, as Orochimaru smiled, but he then noticed something. No blood was on his blade. "What the hell?" he said, as he looked around. As he looked down, he realized he was standing on water. But when? A thought quickly came to his mind. "Genjutsu," he said, as he quickly messed with his chakra, disrupting it, breaking the Genjutsu. The moment he broke the Genjutsu, a solid fist connected into his face, sending him spiraling into the ground with a boom. As Naruto and Menma were standing on the tree. Had enough playing around?" asked Menma. "Well, seeing that he's holding back its power, it's not like he's going all out against us." "It seems like you're a censor as well," said Orochimaru. "So Orochimaru, tell us, why are you holding back your power? Don't you want anyone to know why you're here?" "And that's quite stupid, if I must say," said Naruto, "seeing that you attacked the Uchiha and placed that mark on him. And the Haruna was there to see you. So she's gonna tell, and then everybody's gonna know you're here." "I believe envoys are right on the way now," said Naruto. As Orochimaru smirked. "You're quite smart boy," he said, as he started to back away. As he started to back away up to a tree. "You know, those eyes of yours are really remarkable. And judging from your skills, and the level of the eye that you already possess, you're something special. I never knew that you were this special, Naruto. From now on, I'll keep a close eye on you. I'll be watching you as well," said Naruto, as Orochimaru sank down into the tree. A blast of wind then destroyed the tree that Orochimaru sank down into. As Menma looked to see Orochimaru was gone. "Why exactly did we let him get away?" asked Menma. "You know we could have finished him right then and there. Yeah, but we would have been at risk. If we use too much power, especially most of their abilities, with your destructive capability, people will quickly find out and they will head to the spot. And we don't want anyone knowing yet." "Well, not until the end of the finals," Naruto said. "Now come on, my team is with a clone. I'm judging that you already got your scroll? Yeah, we got it and we were heading to the location. But then this pedo came. Well, I'm gonna switch myself with my wood clone. I'm gonna rejoin my team. See you at the tower," said Naruto. "I'm sure Orochimaru won't come back, as he's already seen what we can do. But I was counting on that," Naruto said, as he headed off. As Menma then jumped down, as he started to track Sakura, heading back to where she went to hide. When Menma finally arrived, he saw Lee on the ground with blood coming from his ears. He saw Sasuke enveloped in some purple dark chakra, as he was holding on to one of the Sound Ninja's arm as he was bending them. As Sakura quickly wrapped her arms around Sasuke, "No," she said, crying in his back. As Menma saw the purple chakra slowly faded, he also saw the Sound Ninja picked up his scroll, as he then picked up his friend that went unconscious from too much pain, and they headed off. As Menma landed right in front of them, as Kin quickly jumped in front of Dosu, who was holding on to Zaku. "I'll protect the both of you," she said. Menma chuckled a bit. "Don't worry, if I wanted you guys dead, you would have been dead already. I'm here because I want some information. Did Orochimaru send you to test Sasuke?" As the both of them narrowed their eyes at him, wondering how the hell did he know that? Answer my question, said Menma. As Kin didn't say anything, those two narrowed his eyes at Menma. As Menma held out his hand, as lightning started to cackle off his fingers. I'm gonna ask you one more time, and if you don't, I'm gonna kill the partner on your back, making it much better than you to carry him around everywhere. 5, 4, 3, 2, alright, enough, said Menma as he pointed his finger forward. Alright, yes, said Kin. He told us to test the Uchiha. Huh, it seems like he was just using you, said Menma. Because from I can see, that mark that the snake gave Sasuke, he is far powerful than the three of you, and he could have killed you easily. But yet you guys still follow that guy, who just used you, and treat you like disposable garbage. I do hope one day that I can find loyal people on my side like how Orochimaru has loyal people like you. Well, I want people who have sense, not as stupid as you, said Menma, as he walked forward passing them. He then arrived with his group, as Sasuke was now back to normal, so with that the team headed off. When Naruto arrived at the tower, his clone was waiting for him, as Naruto got all of the information from the wood clone. Nothing really happened when they got here. They just met with Kushina, as she was there in the lobby waiting to see them and greet them, and she headed off as she was happy that they passed. And it seems like the Sand team and the Cloud team got here as well. So with that, the rest of the 4 days passed by like quickly, as nothing really happened in the past 4 days. And right now we have Minato, as he was giving a speech to the others. All of the Genins had passed and come up to this point, as Naruto was looking around, as he wondered who he was going to fight in the preliminaries. If he could pick, he would want to fight that Yujito girl, and see if she could use that tail beast chakra, as from the stories that Madara told him, Madara was able to take on the 9 tails, even though he quickly subdued to the Sharingan. Madara power, especially if Susanoo was able to compete with the 9 tails head on, and Naruto just wished that one day he could go head up against the 9 tails. But right now it is sealed inside of him. Naruto was snapped out of his thoughts when Genma came up on the stage, as Genma asked if any of them want to give up here and now. And Kabuto raised his hand, as Naruto narrowed his eyes at him, as he went off but his 2 teammates stayed behind. As Genma told them that the board will go through random name, and if your name is not up here, please go up to the stands. As the board started to flash through name, the first match was Sasuke Uchiha versus one of Kabuto's teammates, as the rest of the group went upstairs. This match was over rather quickly. Sasuke ended the match with a Lion Barrage, as he was able to also push back the curse mark, as Sasuke then took him away to get the curse mark sealed, as Naruto was standing along with his mother and his 2 sisters, as Kurenai was talking with Kushina. As the board went through names again, the next match was Neji Hyuga versus Hinata Hyuga, as Naruto saw how nervous Kurenai was, but he didn't say anything about it. As Neji went down to the arena, I suggest that you give up right now, he said. As she narrowed her eyes at him, I can't do that, she said. You know you're going to lose. You're a disappointment of the Hyuga clan. You cannot beat me. As Hinata started to think, all of her life, she has been weak. Everyone has looked down on her, saying that she's weak and worthless. But no, this time she will prove them wrong. She will prove all of them wrong by facing off against Neji, and she will try her best. Even though she knows she might lose, she will try her best, and probably her father would be proud of her, saying that she did her best. As she then looked up at Menma as she saw him, as Menma gave her a smile, seeing that her face turned red as she looked back down, as she went into a fighting stance. As Naruto and the others watched the match, at first it seems like they were equal, as she was blocking his strikes, until Neji got pissed as he started to strike her from all over. As Naruto saw Kurenai sweating and biting her nails. As Neji dropped the beatdown on Hinata, Hinata was bleeding, but she still wouldn't give up, as she stand. As Menma looked down at her, she was going through so much to prove that she's not weak, but it seems like she is weak. As Neji then told her to give up the last time, but she said no. Alright then, I'll end this, said Neji. As he dashed forward, Naruto then noticed that Kurenai jumped off. As the Jonins then stopped Neji, as all of them held on to him, as Hinata collapsed. As Kurenai quickly released Neji and rushed over to him, the medics then came and took Hinata away. As Kurenai went along with them. Why did you guys interfere in my fight? Neji yelled. As Kushina was looking at Neji. Oh, I understand, he said. Just because she's from the main branch. That is why you guys interfered in my match. If it was anyone else, you guys wouldn't interfere. Let go of me, he said as he pulled out of their grip. As he started to walk away. As Naruto narrowed his eyes at Neji, it seems like the conflict between the main branch and the lower branch is still hot and heated for Neji. But Naruto didn't really care, as he just waited. Other fights went on. Shikamaru faced off against the Stone Ninja King. Temari faced off against Tenten, and other fights went on. As Kurenai then came back, as she went up to Kushina. How is she doing? Asked Kushina. Right now, she's in a bad state, and they won't allow anyone around there to see her. But the doctors say they can handle it. I hope that everything's alright, she said. I hope so too, said Kurenai. She might be shy, but Hinata is a tough girl, and I'm sure she can pull through this, said Mito. Yeah, said Narumi. I am sure that she will get through this. Hearing that, Kurenai looked at them and gave them a small smile. She's worthless, that's what it is, said a voice. As they all turned to see came from Naruto. What did you just say? Asked Kurenai. You heard me, said Naruto. You baby that girl too much. She thought that she could face off against Neji and win, with the worthless stage that she's at right now. If it was up to me, that girl wouldn't even make it to become a genin. She's too weak, and I don't know how she's still alive after being out there with you guys as ninjas. Oh, but it's probably because you guys never take a mission outside the village. You're probably always here, giving her stupid missions like that, so that she won't die, said Naruto. Naruto, Kushina said in an angry tone, but Naruto didn't even look at her. Kurenai quickly stepped forward as she grabbed Naruto by the shirt. What did you just say, you little brat? She asked, as she pulled back her fist. Naruto looked her dead in the eyes. Go ahead. Hit me, he said to her. You know I'm right. She's weak, and she will die soon if you continue babying her, treating her like your kid. She's not your family. You should probably train her more seriously, or get her someone that can really train her. As Kiba and Shino walked over, as everyone as their eyes turned on the group up there. As Kushina held on to Kurenai. I don't know what's gotten into him, but I'll deal with it, said Kushina, as she pulled back Kurenai. As Kurenai was struggling, even though he was a genin, she wanted to pound in his face, as he had that smug look on his face where she hated. As Kiba then held on to Naruto's shoulder. Don't you dare speak of Hinata like that, he said, as he sent a fist towards Naruto's face. But Naruto grabbed his wrist, as Naruto squeezed it tight, as Kiba started to wince in pain. Naruto then noticed something on the board stopped flashing through names. Well, looks like we're gonna do this in the ring, said Naruto, as Kiba turned to see Naruto versus him. But guys, me end this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here. Peace.